So we're going to start this a little bit differently with this little opener that I try to do for you guys. As you all know, or you should know if you've been watching the Is It New videos, Moira has 3 different types of shimmery type singles. I have actually purchased all 3. I am going to show you those swatched, and so you can make a more informed choice on whether or not you want any. I'm going to tell you right now, there's only one that I really am considering repurchasing in the future. I'm really disappointed in the other 2 for various reasons. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So first we have the Star Shows. I am using a bright pink on all of these so that they are about the same. It's a bright, bright pink. First I'm going to use my finger. Then I'm going to use a dry brush. Get that spread down a little bit. Then I am going to use a dry sponge. And then I'm going to use on the other side a wet sponge. I could also use a wet brush, but I only have one brush over here right now. So we're going to go ahead and get this wet. Use a wet sponge, which is one of my, well, with these, with the Star Shows, I don't feel it necessary. So there's with a wet sponge, how well they go. I am actually going to go ahead and pick up one more brush. It's a little softer. We'll get it wet. Now that's all the Star Show. That's just one. I'm not doing all that with the gel. I might do a wet and a dry liner. But here is the glitter gel. That's how it looks in the pot. As you can see, there's no base on that thing. Their swatches show bases. There's no base on that thing. Let's go ahead and try a dry. These are wet. You won't want to use a wet anything for them. And you do have to be careful picking it up because it comes up really chunky and thick. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not much better. Let me grab a brush. I think you all know what's going to happen with a brush, which is not much. Again, comes up kind of thick. The brush did a little bit better. All right. So that's the glitter gel. I gave these all to my daughter. I borrowed this one for what we're doing right now. And now they have these new chroma light shadows. I should. All right, so we're going with a finger, right? Dry brush. You watch, this one's going to behave better than the other one did for me. Dry sponge tip. wet sponge tip. That actually did pretty good with the wet sponge tip. Wet brush. Is that the wet brush? Because the one that was a wet brush. It had to be the wet brush. Let me try putting a little bit more wet on it. Wet brush. I don't know about you. As pretty as the chromas are, and as you can see, it is kind of duo, multi-type of chrome. These give you better pigmentation. These do okay with the pigmentation on the brush, but not much else. And these are okay with anything but the brush for some reason. The wet sponge is better. I did use one of these in one of my eye look today. I ended up using it as a topper. So for me, these are probably, well, this is the last thing I would buy again. It's glittery, it's goopy, it doesn't do anything. It looks like there's a base color in there. If you look in there, it looks like there's a base color in there. There isn't. Because when you look at here, there is really no base color except for when I use the brush. So for me, for pigmentation, it is always going to be the Star Shows. These are okay for toppers if that's what you're looking for. Just thought I would get that out there to you guys because, you know, they've come out with the 3 of these like bang, bang, bang. These were definitely from last year. The other 2 are, well, 2 of them are from last year. This is their most recent. I'm not impressed. I will keep getting the Star Shows. I'm not impressed with either of the others to get those again. Just thought I would let that out there. I have used a lavender on my upper spot underneath my brows, but you don't really see it. And I used it over another color. It gives it a nice sheen, but again, you don't really see it. They really do not have enough color, particularly for someone of my skin tone. So just thought I would give you a heads up so you can go ahead and make your own decision on what you would like to purchase. And that's the 3 newest singles that Moira has put out. And I'm still going to recommend the Star Shows. Again, always going to recommend the Star Shows. I better get moving on now because it's not huge. The list isn't small either. Hope this helped. So, hello, and Siren's in the mood, folks. You're going to hear in the background, Siren's in the mood. Hello, and welcome to Tommy Tries This. She is just all over the place tonight. Anyway, I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug says, oh my gourd, I love fall. Yes, it's early. Or late. It depends on your perspective. But this is a new coffee mug that I guess my daughter found on clearance. And the last time she went grocery shopping, so she went ahead and picked it up for me. It has lovely little leaves and it has a few gourds on it. A few different types of squashies on it. It's a nice coffee mug. Really like the size of it. As usual, I actually love bigger coffee mugs. More tea to drink. Keep warm with. Anyway, in our coffee mug is our Art of Tea Happy. This has Guayusa, rose hips, hibiscus, jasmine, green tea, rooibos, raspberries, apple bits, and natural flavors. This is from our last Sip Spy, and we're finally giving it a sip. I haven't filmed in a bit, folks. I'm listening to her in the background. Anyway, I haven't filmed in a bit, folks, so it's, you know, we're just gonna, let's get through this. All right, let's go ahead and give this a sip and get started. Very mild, delicate scent. There's an aftertaste. I'm going to wait and see how that aftertaste goes. I'm not tasting any of the apple bits or the raspberries. Other than that, it seems like a light and delicate tea, but we'll move on and get through it. Anyway, so it is our first It's New, Will It Do for 2024. We're actually seeing a lot of, or I'm seeing a lot of sneak peek things with empty palettes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started and get through this. We have a couple of things from Sydney Grace. They have, first of all, they have a little winter color story that came out. So all of the singles are new. You can snag the whole bundle during the month of January for $20, which I think is a really good price. Or you can pick them up individually. So what we have here is basically what looks to be sort of a brown. Well, we've got two browns, one that's very light that would disappear on my skin. We've got a darker brown, sort of on the reddish mode. We've got what looks to be a blue-gray, a purple blue, and I believe that upper color is a black. On the one hand, it is tempting to buy the whole bundle because only $20, right? But I would have to go and see what the price is for them individually, which will get listed down below for all of them, because I would think that there's only 2, maybe 3 shades that I would be interested in this. The brown that would disappear on my skin is useless to me, and the black, I have so many blacks. Why make a black as a new shade? Unless it is glittery and got something in it to make it duochrome or sparkly or different, maybe black with a gold fleck or something. I got so many blacks. I don't need another black, but the 2 shimmers and the deep grayish blue actually intrigue me, and I would be interested in trying those. I do like the flowers that they paired this with. It shows an inspiration for them. But if I had the money, would I buy the bundle? Yeah, maybe. Like I said, there's 2 colors in there. They're just kind of But a bundle of 5 for $20 is not a bad deal. So I feel like if I did buy them, I wouldn't be, like losing out on a heck of a lot of money for that. So also from Sydney Grace, there is a new palette called Unveiled. So apparently this comes in 2 forms. I've only showed you one. This is the deeper palette. There's also a light palette. This is supposed to come out. This will be out by the time this video is up. However, as a filming, it's not out yet. Would I purchase this? No. And I don't think if the lighter palette is anything like this, in other words, it's lighter shades of these shades, I wouldn't purchase that one either. These are all way too neutral for me. Most of this stuff would disappear on my face. Even that beautiful, shiny little pinky hybrid champagne at the top. Well, it's not really at the top in the picture. It's more at the top of the bottom row. At any rate, even that shade really wouldn't show up on my skin. So would I purchase this if I had the money? No. No, not at all. This is not something that I would never use it. I would never use it. We've got blacks. We've got a whole bunch of browns, and then we have a couple of champagne-y kind of gold champagne color. Yeah, this is definitely not for me. So next we have something fun coming from Chaotic Cosmetics. They have their Rainbow Pearl Face Glow. This is their first Rainbow Hologram Pearl Face Glow. It's a creamy liquid that makes an out-of-this-world base underneath makeup. It can also be used for amazing dewy shift highlighter. It's safe for face, body, and eyes. Available soon, so no date on it. Again, this is something that I don't think I would use. I am wearing a serum foundation right now, but I don't wear liquid foundations too much anymore, and I'm not into liquid highlighters. So again, this is something that's not really for me. So would I purchase this if I had the money? Not likely. The next thing also coming from Chaotic Cosmetics is they're coming soon with a rainbow chrome hair tints. All right, so these are a pomade-based formula used to give hair a temporary multi-dimensional duochrome glitter effect. Can be used over any hair color and type, and even darker hair colors. Will be available in a variety of different shifts and colors, including silver and holographic shades. Pre-orders will be available by the end of the month. More details coming soon. Again, this is a cute idea, but it's a pomade. And I have tried pomade hair colors and hair tints and that kind of thing on my hair. I can't use them. My curl is very easily disturbed, so to speak. It's very easily flattened out. I have to be very careful with how much product I put on it, or the curl just dies, because it's too heavy. So this is something that really wouldn't work for my hair because of those issues. I could see it working on somebody having straight hair, or somebody like my daughter who has some curl but tends to tame her hair more than I do. So something like this might work for her. The colors that they've shown in the picture are very pretty. However, yeah, if I had the money, would I buy this? No. I do think that both of these products are very fun ways for them to start the year. So I just thought that they were really kind of cute to have them. Okay, so next, you all are probably going to know the answer to the question, but before I even say it, but Nomad is introducing their New Zealand Stargazing Intense Color and Chrome Palette. So before we get into it, we all know the answer to the question, right? First of all, it's a beautiful palette. I'm not saying no to that. I'm gonna buy it. Thank God for Afterpay. This is a $60 palette, you guys. It's really expensive from Nomad. Their prices have been kind of creeping up. Their formulas are worth it, but I'm having to be a little bit pickier about what I buy for me and my daughter, which is unfortunate, but I can't afford to put $120 even on Afterpay for one packaging thing. So I'm trying to bring my Afterpay down. That would not do it. And I would have to pay $30 every time I had to make the payment. So unfortunately, as much as I love my daughter and I think she'd want it, she's going to have to buy her own because it's 60 bucks. Wow. Anyway, packaging from the earth to the sky, starting with the outer box on Earth at Lake Tekapo, New Zealand, with a beautiful view of the night sky and southern lights, moving up to the sky with an intense Milky Way on the cover of the palette, and finally an inside close-up image of the heavenly shades of the Orion Nebula. 6 sparkly multi-chromes from sheer to full pigment, so they are saying some of them are toppers. 9 mattes in our fan fave formula. Their mattes are amazing. Nomad's always clean formula, no parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, talc, or gluten. Vegan and PETA certified, cruelty-free, infused with manuka oil for smooth and crease-proof wear. It is a 15-pan palette, which is another thing. $60 for this palette. 15 pans, they're usually doing 18. They've been doing 18 lately. And they've been doing 18 around the 45 mark. So I understand that this is because of the multi-chrome formula that they've put in here. That's a lot, though, for 15 pans. Still gonna get it. I can't help myself. It's beautiful and it's Nomad. Anyway, 15-pan palette, not limited edition, so they'll have it for at least a year. 59, launching Tuesday, January 16th. So probably the day that this goes up. So, anyway, I've answered the question. We all know I'm going to buy it. There is absolutely no question about me buying it, right? All right, so next we have from YC Collection. We haven't had anything new on here from them for a while. I think they put out a couple things new when I wasn't doing this particular series, but right now they have out their new Island Chrome eyeliner collection. All right, so these come in 4 shades. There's a green, there's a bronzy golden to brown, there's a purple, and of course your standard black. These will be $20 a piece, which I think is a bit pricey for YC Collection. Have they started to take their prices up and I just wasn't paying attention? I haven't bought any of their makeup in quite a while because I like the foundation, but I'm not using liquid foundations anymore. I have the one palette I really enjoy. I just haven't been buying from them lately. Anyway, this waterproof multi-chrome pencil enhances your eyes with an enchanting transformation of colors, adapting to various lighting environments. Would I buy these? Probably not. I don't like eye pencils. They tend to be harder on my eyes. Even the gels, if they're in pencil, the gel formulas are harder for me to get to apply to my eyes. That could be just old eyes. I have, I have crinkling under there. I have a little bit of crackling going on. We're 60. It's there. It's there. So it's a little harder to get these to apply for me. And they tend to irritate my eyes more because I'm having to press harder to get them to apply. I do think the colors, the green and the purple in particular, are pretty. But yeah, I wouldn't buy these. Not on my radar. All right, so Simply Posh Cosmetics has taken their Aura Light shimmers and turned them into singles. So I honestly think this is a good idea. These are their shimmers from the Aura Lights palette. You can buy them as singles or in a bundle of just the shimmers. I think this is a really good idea, and this is something I would be interested in. I would probably pick out a couple of the singles. I would probably pick out that blue and the pink and the green in particular, so at least 3 of them, possibly 4 with sort of the tealy green. I actually like this idea better than buying the whole palette where you have 12 mattes and 6 shimmers in the middle of the 12 mattes. Because we all know I prefer shimmers anyway. And I wasn't particularly impressed with most of their formula in the 2 or 3 palettes I've already purchased from them. So I would probably pick these up as singles more than anything. But I'm going to be on the fence about because, even if I had the money, I've shown I have a pink like that. I probably have green. These might be duochrome though, so that is the only thing that makes me think maybe I buy them. So I'm going to say I'm going to be on the fence. I do think that this is a good move from them, however, because it does make things just a little bit easier for those of us who don't want all the mattes, don't need the big, 18 or 24 or whatever pan palette. There's 6, 12, 18 pan palette. Okay, so I tried to get her over here because she was getting into shit. So I tried to bring her here so you guys could see her. She's getting kind of big. But she said no. Let's move on quickly. Yeah. So next we have from Makeup Rituals, the To Love Thyself eyeshadow palette. All right, so this will be $35. I have to say, I really do like the cover, but the inside is not giving me the same feeling as the cover. The inside leans so very neutral when compared to that cover. It's actually really kind of disappointing. Beautiful cover, Makeup Rituals, but the actual palette just barely covers it. I can see where they got the color story. Kind of. The orange just throws me off. Yeah, this would be a no for me. It's a cute palette, but I'm not going to buy a palette for the cover art. So yeah, we're going to go with a no on that one. So next we have from Terra Cosmetics, Space Chemistry. Introducing the latest cosmic wonder in the world of beauty, Space Chemistry, a new eyeshadow by Terra Cosmetics, set to enhance your makeup routine with a touch of the cosmos. It draws inspiration from the hues of nebulas and planets, lustrous gleams of metals, and the grandeur of celestial bodies to tribute to the wonders of space. I think space is a thing this year. This is the second space palette we've had. Total 12 eyeshadows, 2 mattes, 4 duochromes, 2 metallic shimmers, and 4 multichromes. Each shade is a fusion of natural and vibrant color designed for both everyday elegance and glamorous occasions. A handmade, custom blended pigments inspired by the wonders of space. This will launch on January 19th at 7 p.m. It is $75. It is not code eligible, and if they sell out, they will offer a pre-order for their next one. They're excited because it also has a mirror, I guess, too. They've included a mirror, which I like the shape of the mirror. However, no. This is beautiful, and had it been less than $75, I might have actually considered it, but that's a lot. And a lot of these shades, I mean, granted, you're talking duochromes and multichromes and metallics and stuff like that. I understand that, but when you're looking at the flat shades, I have every single one of these. And I possibly have them in multichromes and duochromes because a lot of places, that's the thing now. You offer at least one duo or multichrome in your eyeshadow palettes. So would I purchase this if I had the money? No. I'm upset at that though, because it's very, very pretty. And yeah, it's pretty. Just no. That's a price that's too much even for me, even if I had the money. So next we have from Bellabeautebar. They have a couple of things they're showing off. The first one is a collab with Deandra Nicole called Ultraviolet. I don't wear the purples as much as I probably should. I love the purples to death. I love the colors in here. I don't even care if I have them all. What I do know is I probably won't buy it because Bellabeautebar is expensive. If I had the money, I probably would. This is gorgeous. When they said ultraviolet, they paid attention to the assignment. We've got purples, we got pink purples, we've got at least, it looks like a purpley champagne, some very light pinks. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. But my little purple heart is probably not going to be able to afford this, unfortunately. She's beautiful. I really want to try something from Bellabeautebar, but they are just always above my price range now. But if I had the money, yes, I would buy this if I had them. I just can't buy it now, and I'm upset by that. I want to buy, I want that. It's so pretty. Also, they have sneak peek their dead roses. I was going to say dread roses. It's definitely dead roses. All right, before I continue, there might be some background noises. Husband is home and is starting to work on part of dinner. He had to make sure you knew. Anyway, dead roses. This looks like it'll be an interesting palette. I think it's supposed to be a 9-pan palette. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to see the color story on this one before I said yes or no to whether or not. It's a sneak peek. Because we're getting a lot of that right now a lot of that. The next one that we have is, I think, doing the same thing with a sneak peek. No, that's the one after the next one is doing the sneak peek. So next we have from MPZ Cosmetics. Their newest product is a whatever stick. I didn't get a clear picture of the actual product. I'm assuming it's just a, you know, a thick, like the foundation sticks. But here's the color swatches. All right, so this multi-use creamy color can be applied anywhere you like. Lips, I've seen it used for the lips. You can use it on the cheeks. You could use it wherever you want to. It's up on the site now. Prices will be listed down below. Would I purchase these? I'm actually intrigued by the very darkest berry shade that they have. It's almost a brown, it's so dark. So maybe. We'll go with maybe if I had the money. Maybe. Looks interesting. It's nice to see them doing something a little more with those sticks than we've seen previously. So next we have from Dede Signature their Sister to Sister collection, which is coming out January 25th. All right, so they have already shown one of the two palettes. They are saying they're bringing back Memories of the Old. So this is in honor of her sister. As you can see, we have a 4-pan palette. Taste of Guava will be an eyeshadow palette. And then she also has a Blooming Basket eyeshadow palette, which looks like it will be 12 shades. Again, the colors on the packaging look wonderful. But would I buy it? I would have to see the actual palettes. So we'll keep an eye on that and I'll let you know. Next, we have from MBA Cosmetics, their Galaxy Top Coats. Cat Eye Magnetic Gel Top Coats. So these are already available, 6 shades. Doesn't say how much, but as usual, down below, the gel coats that they're showing in that picture have been applied over a black gel polish and have been cured under a UV lamp. I don't use these gel polishes. I don't know how to do the whole curing process. I have been curious about some of these cat eye type polishes, but y'all know I haven't been doing my nails lately, so would I buy these? Probably not. And I know that MBA, their polishes are a touch pricey the last time I looked, and I imagine that these are even more expensive. So my answer to that, no. So Rude Cosmetics is taking us into the roaring 20s with some eyeshadow palettes and an ombre blush. All right, so we have 3 eyeshadow palettes that'll be $20.25. There is a neutral one. There appears to be a tropical one. And then there's one that's more dark colors. Those are very pretty. Even the neutral one is pretty, and that's saying something. That they've got some really pretty shades in that neutral one. Would I buy the neutral one? No. Would I buy the tropical one? For 20 bucks, I'd be willing to give that a try. Same for the darker shades in the colored one. There's some blues and greens and oranges and reds. They really did a good job with that. I do think that the layouts on these are a bit haphazard. I do like what I'm seeing from the little bit that I'm seeing from the covers. Looks like a very interesting collection, a very interesting set of eyeshadow palettes. So would I buy the eyeshadow palettes if I had the money? I'd probably get at least one, possibly 2 of them. And then we have the Ombre Blushes. And these are our last ones. These are gorgeous. Would I try these? Probably. I don't have a price on these. These weren't out when I got this Scream cap. But these are beautiful. There's a pink to purple. There's a gold to pink. There's a couple more neutral shades. Would I be interested in these? Yes. Yes, I would. Yes, yes, I would. There's some beautiful shades in here. We've got some peachy pink. We've got a nice neutral. We've got an ombre with a bright gold to a bright pink. A more subtle pink to or more dusty pink. These are pretty. I would try probably 2 or 3 of these, assuming the price is as reasonable as the eyeshadow palette. So would I try these? Would I buy these if I had the money? Yes, I would. And of course, I'm going to have to give you one more shot of the beauty. In a whole different setting. She's gorgeous. I have to get that. Anyway, so that is all of our It's New for this month, or for this show. We will have to see what happens for the rest of this month, because they seem to be, the brands seem to be mostly really quiet right now. Especially the larger brands, I'm noticing. I'm seeing not a whole lot from a lot of the larger brands. But, husband's stepping outside. But our smaller indies seem to be trying to put something out there right now, along with 1 or 2 of the larger brands. But most of the larger brands are still like Melt is still showing off the Bailey Sarian. So a lot of the brands seem to not be gearing up yet, but a number of the indie brands are. So it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this month plays out. I'm expecting for a lot more Valentine's stuff to start hitting my Instagram, hopefully soon, because Valentine's Day is in about a month. So you would think that they would start throwing that out there. But yeah, there's got some interesting indie brand things going on. But our larger, small indie brands, since all we're trying to focus on is mostly indie brands, the smaller indie brands seem to be really trying to put stuff out there, the smaller ones. But the larger ones just seem to be a little on the quiet side, with the exception of like Nomad and a couple of others. At any rate, so that is it. I would love to hear if there's anything in there that you're interested in buying. Let me know down below. Or if you can, just put down a purple heart to let me know you got here. And are you surprised that I'm going to want the Nomad palette? I'd love to know your answer to that question. It should be no. But I don't know. Some of you may be new to me and not realize that, yeah, Nomad's the brand and those were the colors, and we're going to move on. At any rate, let's go ahead and give our tea a taste. Hopefully you'll do all the YouTubey things while I give my tea another sip. And, share, subscribe, like, comment like we asked. Let's go ahead and give this a sip, and then we can get on moving. I need to help my husband finish up dinner tonight. Yep. Tommy's cooking. All right, let's give her a sip. No. On the opening part of the sip, it is very mellow. But when you get to the back end, there is just a flavor in there that just is not working for me. And I'm still not getting any of the raspberry or apple or any of that. Looking at this list, I don't know. Most of these flavors I actually really like. So I'm not sure what's up with this. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so that's it. I just want to say, love my girls, love my dragonettes. Hope you have a good one.